All right, everyone, here we go with June 29th to July 5th. What actions are they likely to take? It's time, same as yesterday. One card for each sign. Well, you know, splitting the soulmate cycle into 12 pieces, about 9 out of the 12 should resonate. Remember, I'm not your astrologer. This ain't your fucking horoscope. Let's cut the deck. Let's get a theme energy here. I'm not even going to pre-shuffle this. I'm just going theme energy. The magician. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I told you there was one where a magician landed on the table yesterday, and I said this is for a lot more people than what I thought. You're about to get a little karmic surprise from somebody. But it's going to cheer you up. All right? It is. How do I know that? Look, 9 of Cups underneath there. It's going to cheer you up. All right, there you are. Cool karmic surprise shows up, and then there you are. All of a sudden, there's fruit. I mean, it's nice, right? Okay. Let's see where we go. Let's shuffle the deck. It's general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve's Love Tarot, just here you are. Boom. You popped up, Steve. I was looking for clown videos, and you popped up. Well, here you are. You got an ass clown. That's awesome. Good for you. The best kind. All right? This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking time lord. Whenever you find it, it's, you know, it might come true for you sometime in August. I have no idea. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. This is very interesting. What actions are they likely to take? All right, let's go. We're done shuffling. I'm done. That's you. That's your energy attached to that, the overall energy, the Queen of Pentacles. People go to the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles does not come to your house, right? You want to go see Queen in concert? They're not coming to your house, right? You have to go to the stadium and see them. It's the same kind of thing here. I'll tell you what, find me somebody to love. Tell you what, what's underneath that? People, what did I say? What did I just say? Why am I your 25th favorite? I mean, it's right here. They're coming in. People come to the Queen. You're the Queen, male or female. Somebody's coming in. Hot. All right. Our story begins, we're going to clarify with the light seer, which randomly at the bottom has the fucking King of Wands. I shit you not. The Burger King, the main character in our runner side of things, be it family, friend, or love. All right, our story starts with Aries, position 1, ends with Pisces, position 12. About 9 out of the 12 should resonate. Give or take, right? So it's not your horoscope. Think of it like a pizza cut into 12 slices and we all fighting over the slices. Okay. Position 1, Knight of Pentacles. He's just sitting there. He's just sitting there. He's about to move. He's about to move. I got the Rolling Stones in my head right now. You know, it always sends it to me with music sometimes, especially this time of year. I got You Got to Move. It's a song off their Sticky Fingers album. That's the one with the zipper, the big controversial one that had the zipper that opened on the album cover and they had to get rid of the real zipper at some point. Right? It's called Sticky. It's got brown sugar on it. It's got some good stuff. Wild Horses, all that kind of stuff. Good album. Great album. Song called Bitch that I always like very much. This is You Got to Move. It's a little blues number. When the Lord, get ready. You got to move. That's kind of what that's the line that ties to that here. Some kind of higher power is pushing this guy and his horse in the water, and we're going to chuck that pentacle, right? It's time to get some cup action. Time to get some water. Time to get you some. Let's see where we go. That's when the Lord, get ready. You got to move. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Knight of Pentacles, why is it here? I've just sold a lot of copies of the Rolling Stones Sticky Fingers right now. They owe me. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Somebody here was very content. The energy around them, somebody knows exactly what they want to do. I think there's a higher power at play here. What's on top? The Four of Pentacles. That's somebody who's holding back. Why is that here? I said, what did I say? What did I motherfucking say? Why am I your 26th favorite? I just said I think there's a higher power at play, and you're like laughing. You're like, I ain't seen no higher power, Steve. Four of Pentacles. Ha ha ha. It's God's source, the universe itself, right there. Boom. Somebody here has been holding back until the Lord get ready. That's when you got to move, according to the song. That's the fucking words. That's what's ringing in my head. It's time. Somebody feels like it's time now. Why? Because a higher power is pushing them into that water. Everything I said is right there. Taurus, position 2. 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. You've got to move. I love that energy. I was spot the fuck on. I'm always surprised. I'm not impressed with myself. I'm just surprised. Tarot, it's still to this day, Tarot, 30 some odd years after picking up a card for the first time to help me translate energy, it still blows my mind, you know. It never lets me down. All right, 2 of Pentacles. Somebody here is frustrated. Somebody here wants to make a move, but they don't, but they do, but they don't. It's a country song, but they do, but they don't, but they do, but they don't. Right? I don't know. What's going on here? 2 of Pentacles. It's crossed by the Queen of Wands. It's almost like an energy where I would say whoever this is attached to you is too self-absorbed to know what's good for them. Sometimes people are. Sometimes they're so self-absorbed they just use their own free will against themselves. You know what's on top here? The King of Swords. He's my sitting king. They know what they want to do. Why is he here? Why is that here? The Star. They know exactly what they want to do. That's that manifesting. I wrote down yours. No, I did. I wrote down a couple of them from yesterday. I didn't end up taking the screen grab I said I was going to take, but you had the Star here. Something about butt dial manifesting. Yeah, somebody knows what they want to do. The thing with manifesting is you can manifest it. You can put the order out to the universe, but you got to do something, right? You got to do something to make that happen a little bit. God helps those who help themselves. I can replace God with the word energy. And the energy, the fickle old gal universe, whatever you want me to say, helps those who help themselves. You got to give it a hand a little bit, right? It's like with the cards. I'm praying for information. I'm asking the energy around us to give me a sign. Use these cards as a medium. But I got to do something. I got to shuffle and throw the cards. I can't just put it there and let spirit pull it off and woo, with a floating card. Ooh. You know, you got to do something. This person's not doing anything. They're manifesting you, but they just sit there. And the net result is it's creating frustration. It's creating heat. You could see the heat right there. Feel the heat. It's right there. You see it before your very eyes. All right, fine. I label that a fucker. Okay, position 3, Gemini. 5 of Wands. Somebody doesn't like what your person's doing. I don't think your person cares. This reads like an energy, like this person, whoever the fuck they are, has people around them that, again, it flew out of the deck. It's the 10 of Cups. Yeah. People think this person has people around them that discourage them from all kinds of things. Oh, you're being silly. Everything they want to do, oh, you're being silly. In the energy of this week, beginning this week, probably leading up to about Lionsgate-ish, this person isn't really listening to it. They're following that dream. They're believing, whether it's diluted or not, they're believing they can sit on a rainbow. Okay, why is that here? The 9 of Swords. Yeah. 9's of the end in tarot. It's what I said. Somebody's not listening. These aren't reversed. They're like that. Somebody's not listening. Okay. Somebody is just usually they get in their head. This person is going to believe this week that you could sit on a rainbow. I'm glad, but the energies around them are still going to try, which might slow them down. You never know. I don't know. I can't predict free will. Nobody can, right? All right. Position 4. Justice, there it is. All right, here we go. Let's see where we're at. Justice. Why is it here? It's crossed by the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody feels like it's safer to sit tight. Somebody feels justice for them is sitting tight, taking their time. I will go approach Steve's viewer when I'm ready. Okay. Keep in mind, this book ends over here. We already talked about that song on Rolling Stone, Sticky Fingers, right? When Lord get ready, you got to move. I think this person is when they say it's when they're ready, it's not when they're ready. right? You don't get justice when you're ready. You get it when the judge comes back in or the jury comes back in, right? You can't just walk into a courtroom and go, I want my justice now. I know the jury's still out, but bring them back. You know, you don't have that kind of clout, power. Neither did they in this. Okay, what's on top? Queen of Swords. Somebody, why is that here? Yeah, somebody's afraid. I was going to say, you heard me almost say somebody's afraid. Somebody's afraid of what might happen here. Somebody's afraid if they say something, they're going to ruin it. So they're waiting for the right moment. They're waiting for the right moment. I'm not sure if they'll notice it because they think the right moment is them. They're going to know when the right moment. No, they're going to feel when the right moment is. All right, whatever. I get it. What's the bridging energy here? Yeah, Six of Wands. Yeah. They're wait. I'm right. I'm just checking my read. They're waiting for the right moment. They think they decide what justice is here, and they don't. I'm not saying they won't come towards you. They probably will. But it's not because they're deciding to do it. It's because of this right here. With the Lord, all the energy, get ready. You got to move. Right? All right, here we go. Or the parking police. One or the other. I mean, we could have added that lyric to the song, you know, with parking police too. I've had to move plenty of times. I was on a call one time. I pulled into a red zone for 1 second. Some fucker from the LA County fucking parking comes out, knocks on my window, and he wags his finger at me on some kind of fucking power trip. Fuck you, fucking meter maid. Get the fuck away from me. All right, tell you what, wag your finger at me. Get back in your little Chevy Chevette and get moving. I moved, right? I moved. So again, when the parking police say you got to move too. Right here, Leo soap opera. I'm feisty today. I like it. I'm going to have some fun today. Wheel of Fortune. Somebody feels like it's all going to fall apart. It's not. It's a reversed energy. It's like a reversed Wheel of Fortune. Somebody feels like somebody's balancing. Somebody's arguing with themselves. You see them right there at the top? That's what I'm drawn to. Somebody's arguing with themselves between the cup and the pentacle. The cup and the pentacle. It's a little bit of that. They're having an internal fight. And I think the pentacle is winning. I don't mind telling you. This person, it's hard with this person. I mean, anybody who would stay in a toxic relationship as long as that person in the Leo soap opera did has got to really love those pentacles or the image. There's some kind of image here. And they don't have to be famous to have an image. You can have an image in your little town or in your little neighborhood. All kinds of people do, right? I mean, you can have an image. I told you about George Howard from my little town I grew up in, right? George's image was he was a tough guy. There was no evidence to support he was. We never saw him in a street fight, but all the way up elementary school, we heard George Howard is a street fighter. George Howard is a street fighter. Okay, he walk around in a leather jacket. He might be. I don't know, but I've never seen him fight anybody. But that's his image. He has to keep that up. It behooves him not to get into fights, right? Because if he loses, then what? Then it's no longer the myth, right? So the fact is, we all talked about it after high school. We all said, I never saw George get into it. No, me neither. But we all believed it. You know, I remember hearing about it in 4th grade. Yeah, George's a street fighter. Really? Okay. You know, so there's some kind of image here. You can have an image in a little town, just like old George. Right? So this person here drawn to the pentacles. It behooves them to stay put. If they leave, then they got to prove that they're as great as they think they are. And I don't think they want to take that chance. You know, why is the Wheel of Fortune here? I'm just trying to give you a good read here. Okay? It's crossed by the King of Pentacles, verifying everything I just said. He's in a nice room with the books and the pentacle and the dog. You know, he looks really cool there, doesn't he? He looks really good, right? He seems like he could do a lot of shit. But have we seen him? Have we ever seen him outside this room? Have we? We don't know. You know, but he talks a good game. You know, it is what it is. It's an image thing they try to keep up. This person has a hard time. I don't want to say with criticism. I mean, I'll reverse it and say they have a hard time with what other people think. It's really important to whoever this is that other people see them, I'm going to say this, it's weird, as not crazy. I don't know why that is. I don't know if they spent some time or maybe they're depressed. I don't know. What's on top? 10 swords. Yeah. And look, I said they're having a fight, right? Between the cup and the pentacle. And look what side the cup over here, the 10 swords falls on. I said the cup is losing. I think so. Why is that here? Temperance, right? Contentment. I don't know why I'm your 28th favorite. You see what I just fucking did? I put 10 swords on top of a cup and temperance, contentment on top of a fucking goddamn pentacle that I just said is everything today. Some kind of, they're trying to uphold some kind of image. Look, they love the fuck out of you. They don't love whoever they're with, okay? But there's some kind of image they're trying to keep up. I think they're fooling themselves, and I think this week it reaches a fever pitch. These are big cards. It's do or die. Really? Are you content? Because this is a 10. So somebody might feel it's a little do or die between you and them this week. It's possible. Again, I'm not a time lord. Could be next week, week after. I don't know. All right. Virgo, position 6. Sometimes my wild card. Sometimes you guys show up here. 2 of Swords. Something happens this week that you're not sure what to do with. These swords are not crossed. You know, you got to make a choice here. And you feel like you don't have enough information. You see the blindfold? So this is you guys showing up here. There's some kind of choice you have to make this week, and you feel like you don't have enough information. I'm going to tell you something. And I want you to remember it. You'll probably forget it. I don't know. Hear me now. Believe me some other time. But they're interchangeable. The universe or God, whichever you want, whichever word you like, never sends you anything you can't handle. All right? It may seem like you need more information, but you don't. Okay? You know exactly what to do. Trust your instincts. All right? That's all I'm going to say. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Sometimes you need to be forced into that. Right? Sometimes you do. To learn to trust your instincts. Sometimes things happen quickly. You need to be forced into it. I'm reminded of Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport, where his trainer person blinded him with salt, got him blinding drunk, and then threw salt in his eyes so he couldn't see, and then sent a bunch of guys in to beat the shit out of him. And he did pretty good, holding them back, feeling where they were. It's a bit of that. That's what's happening to you this week. You're Jean-Claude Van Damme. You're Belgian. I don't know. But you turned into a Belgian this week. I have no idea. But I think he's Belgian. Anyway. Let's see where we go here. Why is the 2 of Swords here? I am feisty today. I'm going to have some fun after this reading. Ace of Swords. Yeah. It's what I said. It's 2 swords that aren't crossing. Both of these are Ace of Swords. You know which one is the right thing to do. Do it. Right? What's on top here? Page of Cups. Why is that here? 5 of Pentacles. You say yes to one and no to the other. Okay? You've got a choice to make. You know which one to do. You know which is which. Trust your instincts this week. I don't know what it is specifically. It might be a person, place, thing, opportunity. Or you might be in a bar and somebody gets you blind, drunk, throws salt in your eye and sends people to beat you up. I have no idea. But whatever it is, you know the answer. Trust your instincts. Make your own decisions. Hey, I'm just a talking hand on a video. All right. Okay. Libra, position 7. The Empress. You had to show up somewhere. Yeah, that energy had to show up today. You're in the right here. Somebody's coming towards you. The energy off the Empress is a sort of... The thing about being right is, it's sort of like accomplishments. People love to hear about your accomplishments, as long as you don't beat them over the head with them, right? Like those fuckers on TV that are always talking, I'm from Harvard, I'm from Harvard, I'm from Harvard. Every 5 words. I think John Oliver did a whole thing where he put a bunch of screens up of like people on all the networks talking about, I'm from Harvard, I'm from Harvard, and how many times they each mentioned they went to Harvard. At that point, it becomes less impressive because you become less impressed with the person. You see what a fucking self-absorbed jackass they are, and you don't care what school they went to, right? Keep that in mind here. All right, you're right. You don't have to necessarily tell anybody or admit it. Somebody's coming towards you. Just let them think they're right. Who cares? It's crossed by the Strength card. Pull up your big boy, big girl pants. Open your goddamn heart chakra and be the Empress. The Empress doesn't shove it down someone's throat that she went to Harvard and she's right and she's this and she's that. Okay? It is what it is. In fact, there's a lot internal here. The Lovers. Why is it here? The 8 of Cups. Eight of Cups with the Lovers. Again, just walk away. You know, let somebody have their little fantasy about you. Just walk away from it. All right, just walk away. It's fine. Don't worry about it. What do you care? You don't care. You're the Empress. Right? Scorpio, position 8. Three of Wands. Here we go. What do we got here? All right. It's crossed by the King of Cups. What's on top? I want to be careful what I say here. Yeah. What else? A High Priestess. Yeah. What's the bridging energy? Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. You get some vindication here, but it's very subtle. It's all how you look at it. You got somebody coming towards you. You can move in a new direction with them through a conversation. You definitely get some. You get to see you were right about whoever this is. Okay, and it doesn't have to be your runner. It's some other King of Wands in your life. I don't know. This is always a narcissist, or it could be a boss at work who's a little too into their job, thinks they're great because they're a manager or something. You know, like great, terrific. You know, you'd be better off thinking you're great because your soul's in order. But then again, if your soul was in order, you wouldn't think you were great. You know, because that would be low vibration. So it's kind of a trade-off. But anyway, because the job can be taken away. Who gives a fuck about the job? It's about the person in the job. Right? You could take away the job, then you're just left with an asshole if they haven't worked on their soul at all. You get some vindication here about something with somebody. You see you were right. It's very subtle though. It's going to be very hard to spot. I encourage you to dig for it. Try to look at whatever happens here from several different angles. And this may not play out this week. This could play out anytime in the next month or so. Maybe. I have no idea. I'm not a time lord. Okay? All right. It's good. It's good for you, but at first you may see it as like, huh? It might be a little confusing at first, you know. So I wanted to be clear about that vindication. Sagittarius, position 9. It's this reading is showing me this is a very important week. All right, it's a week where you make some decisions on some level. It's not just about what actions somebody's taking towards you. It's you making decisions about actions you're taking as well. I'm giving you some examples, but I think it plays out differently in your life in various ways. You might be looking at different people. Maybe you always listen to your dad or something like that. Yeah, I used to listen to my dad too. You know, I mean, but at some point I realized, oh, wait a second, maybe I should stop doing that. We always had a bit of a difference of opinion. So at the end of the day here, maybe you listen to somebody in your life and you have a lot, you start to realize that maybe you should start forming some of your own opinions. Somebody else is doing that as well on a high level. I see it here in the Gemini position, what I talked about in position 3, okay? So it's a very important week. It's pivotal. All right, good, good. Because on the 7th, next week, Uranus is moving into Gemini. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a big reading. All right. Pull up your big boy, big girl pants for that one. Position 9. Sagittarius. Two of Wands. You've got a plan, stick to it. If you've got a plan, stick to it. If a new plan comes in, a new idea you get this week shows up, stick to it. Don't let somebody dissuade you with their idea of how things should go. What's going on with the Two of Wands? Let's see where we're at. It's crossed by the King of Pentacles. Stick to your plan. Do things your way. Whatever your way is. Whether it agrees with me or somebody else around you, do it your way. Be Frank Sinatra here. He did it his way. Okay? It's plain and simple. What's on top? Knight of Cups. I see it. Knight of Cups. Why is that here? Queen of Cups. Trust your instincts. Trust your intuition. Go your own way. It's telling me, if you're like, well, I don't have any kind of plan, Steve. It's telling me some opportunity is coming your way. A chance for you to make a plan, to move in a new direction, to do something different. Change jobs, get a promotion, change lovers. I don't know. Whatever it is, I have an incoming energy coming at you to try to convince you of their way. Trust that you know what's right for you. Okay? Whatever it is. I don't like people that try to change minds of people. I don't do that. I just share a point of view. here on the YouTube. You can take it or leave it. I don't fucking care. The blog, take it or leave it. I'm just a neutral observer. But I'll try to change anybody's mind. You got somebody coming in who's not accepting that you know what you're doing. They're trying to change your mind to their way of thinking. And the energy is clear that you do know what you're doing and your intuition is spot on. So stick to your plan, okay? Whatever it is. Capricorn, position 10. Ace of Pentacles. That's a big card, man. It is. That's a big card for you. There it is. Flew on the floor. We done shuffling. I ain't fucking with you. That's a big card. It's crossed by justice. And the card that fell on the floor, which I'm bending over to get right now, is the Two of Cups. And somebody's... were you the one? I wrote this down. No, I didn't. I didn't write yours down. Fuck. Somebody got yesterday that they were getting payback. I know it made it sound bad, like Mel Gibson Payback. You know, that movie where, give me back my daughter, or whatever it is. You know, that kind of thing. No. I mean... payback. Somebody feels like they owe you one and they coming in. Yeah, look at this. Your life's about to be improved. You got justice crossing the Ace of Pentacles with a Two of Cups and a Ten of Pentacles on top of it. I mean, it almost doesn't get better than that. If these cards, the only thing that would be better than this is if these cards were made of ice cream right now. That would be it. You know, I mean, seriously, it is... somebody at a distance is showing up. And I know they're at a distance because this takes a while to arrive. It's grandma on the freeway at 15 miles an hour, right? So it's been a while. Somebody feels like they owe you and they're going to pay you back for it. I think that's damn nice. I think this is beautiful energy. Could only be made better if these cards were made of ice cream, and I could have some ice cream right now. Aquarius, position 11. It's beautiful. Can I push my luck here? I was going to push my luck and pull the bridging energy. Maybe it's like a devil or something bad. It's a Wheel of Fortune. I mean, it just keeps getting better. I mean, honestly, you're probably out there going, oh yeah, pull one more, Steve. Okay, there you go. All right, Aquarius, position 11. Sometimes my wild card spot, sometimes not. But you guys already showed up here, so I don't know. Page of Cups. This is why I told you yesterday, and I did write yours down, to create a filter, not a wall. You got a new love showing up. You got somebody you might develop a crush on. You might develop a crush on somebody. However, the energy we were talking about here, right? Somebody might try to dissuade you from this crush. Oh, they too young, or oh, they too old, or oh, they're this, or they're that. I want you to pay attention to the people around you. Never mind me, never mind being a smart ass. Oh, I shouldn't listen to you, Steve. I know I got the smart asses here. I get you. Yeah. Being a smart ass. Yeah, I get it. I'm a smart ass too. I can spot you. No, the people around you. I want you to take a look at who's telling you what. Take a look at the big picture of them and decide whether or not they know what the fuck they're talking about, or you should be listening to them. This is crossed by the Ace of Cups. I was shuffling the whole time I was talking. But these are important energies. We're not fucking around here, okay? This is a new love coming in, and I guarantee you some energy around you, one or more, is going to try to dissuade you. Anyway, what's on top here? Five of Swords. See what I'm saying? Somebody going to come in, try to confuse you. Look at you, y'all confused. Oh, I should have listened to Steve. Page of Wands. Make your own decisions. Have your fun. Do your own thing. Pisces. Position 12. We're always read with 1 and 5. 3 of Swords. I think somebody wants to fix this. I don't think they do a good job. I think somebody wants to fix this with you. You and somebody have this 3 swords. You'd like to fix it, and they'd like to fix it. I think you're going to do most of the work. All right? It's like my I got a friend named Chance. It's actually his name. He's from Louisiana. His name is Chance, and he was out here in California for a little while. He got himself a car, right? Called me over his house to help him put in a starter. The emphasis on help him put in a starter. I realized very quickly that I was going to be the only one putting in the starter, right? He just stood there. Well, I'll just hand you some stuff. How's it look under there? Well, while you're under there, here's the 12mm wrench to get the 2 bolts. Oh, okay, it's like that, is it? Help. I was supposed to be teaching him how to do it. I ended up doing it. And he watched the whole thing from the outside of the car. So he didn't learn a damn thing. But it's a bit of that here. Okay? It's a bit of what I told you yesterday about how equal give and take is you giving a bit more, right? To balance it out. Why is the 3 swords here? It's crossed by 2 swords, yeah. This is how I was after fixing Chance's starter, right? Really? So you learn anything? You know, you couldn't see what I was doing, you know, just, you know. Okay. It's a bit of that. 2 swords. Why is that here? The sun. This can be fixed, but you're going to have to do most of the work. The 7 of Wands. Somebody else is holding back quite a bit. Bridging energy. Queen of Wands. Again, somebody else is giving very, very little. You're going to have to do most of the work, but if you do most of the heavy lifting, this sucker will get fixed. All right? I promise you that starter in his car still works to this day, and that was probably 15 years ago. That was a good starter. All right? Put in well. You see, if you don't set it right on the flywheel, it fucks up over time a lot quicker. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. So you even look at that. You even get a starter repair tip here. Let's have the universe add all this up. It's a big reading, I know. All right, bottom card is the Magician. The Devil, there he is. The Hierophant, the Pope and the Devil, and the Sun. Oh, we're back to that sandwich. Okay, 5 of Cups underneath it. Your job this week, the DF, is to show someone, is to set a good example, to show someone the light, to plant a seed of some kind. See this light right here, the sun? That's that shining in the window. Show someone where they're going wrong. Show someone what an empress is supposed to be. Show someone what real is. It's not about I want to know what love is. It's showing somebody what real is. Okay? You know, a lot of times people get very narrow-minded. They get very short-sighted. They see things from one little angle. But if you show them the expanse, they may not like it at first. It might trigger them. But when they see the expanse, they go, oh yeah, I can kind of see the point there. Right? You know, it is a week where you might see some of the people around you in a different light. That's your reading. Good luck.